Every room has an invisible hierarchy, and the people who move up in it aren't the ones trying hardest to be noticed. They're the ones playing a quieter, sharper game that almost nobody talks about openly. Today, we're unpacking 12 rules that separate people who build real influence from people who just network and hope. Number 9 changes how you'll walk into every room after this. Rule 1. Solve before you socialize. Nobody powerful wakes up wondering how to make new friends. They wake up wondering who can make their life easier. If you want in, stop introducing yourself with your needs and start showing up with answers. A problem solved is worth more than 100 handshakes. Rule 2. Say less than you know. This covers both what you reveal and how much you talk. The person who explains everything and fills every silence hands over their leverage for free. The person who stays measured, who lets others wonder what they're thinking, keeps the room slightly off balance, and that imbalance is where influence lives. Rule 3. Skip the front door. The person at the top is protected by layers on purpose. Trying to reach them directly usually gets you filtered out. The real move is building genuine relationships with the people around them, the ones who actually decide who gets through. Influence spreads sideways before it ever reaches the top. Rule 4. Speak their language, not yours. Before you can connect with someone operating at a higher level, you have to understand what their day actually looks like, their pressures, their priorities, their pace. People trust those who seem to already understand their world because it feels like less explaining and less risk. Rule 5. Make your time feel earned, not given. If you're reachable every hour of every day, you start to feel ordinary. The people who hold real weight in a room are the ones whose time clearly costs something. This isn't about playing hard to get. It's about not devaluing yourself through constant availability. Rule 6. Find where your interests actually overlap. Connections built purely on liking someone rarely survive pressure. Connections built on a shared goal or a shared obstacle tend to hold. Before aligning with someone influential, get honest about what you both genuinely want and build from there, not from flattery. Rule 7. Never let someone feel outshined by you. This is one of the fastest ways to quietly lose an ally. You can be sharp, capable, even better at something. Just don't make it feel like a competition in front of others. Let people keep their standing publicly while you steadily build yours in the background. Rule 8. Let your work speak before you do. Chasing opportunity is tiring, and it shows. Becoming excellent at what you do is the version of chasing that actually works, because it flips the direction. People start reaching out to you instead of the reverse. Rule 9. Treat your reputation as non-renewable. You can rebuild money, rebuild relationships, even rebuild confidence. Reputation is different. Once it's damaged in the wrong circles, it rarely returns to what it was. Protect it like it's the one asset you can't replace, because it is. Rule 10. Get something useful out of every conflict. Not every rival needs to be shut out completely. Some of them, kept at a careful distance, become a source of information or motivation you wouldn't have otherwise. The goal isn't to make peace with everyone. It's to make sure conflict never leaves you empty-handed. Rule 11. Frame requests around their benefit, not your need. Asking for help by explaining how much you need it rarely moves powerful people. They hear that constantly. Asking by showing exactly what's in it for them gets a completely different reaction, because now you're offering, not requesting. Rule 12. Pick your battles, not your beliefs. You don't have to agree with a room to move through it successfully. What you do need is the discipline to avoid friction that costs you nothing to avoid and save your pushback for the moments that genuinely matter. The people who rise fastest aren't loud everywhere. They're loud exactly when it counts. Put together, these 12 rules point to one idea. Influence isn't loud and it isn't needy. It's built through restraint, timing, and quietly making yourself valuable enough that people start moving toward you first. So, which one of these are you already doing without realizing it, and which one is your biggest blind spot? Tell me in the comments below. And if this gave you something to think about, you already know what to do next.